Good morning, Maya back. Here's the plan. Another new area for floor tiling today downstairs. You will see shortly where that is. Continuing with tiling in the gym and spa, continuing with waterproofing on the outside, still on the north wall. I'm not sure what else, but a new area for tiling. Come on, that's got to be worth a look. What could possibly go wrong? We'll start here this morning in the gym and spa, just because it's the closest to where I filmed that opening clip. Mr. Rene, back to work, floor tiling in here. So starting to get to slightly more tricky bits around the outside edge. In the living room, this is something new. We've got Original Rico and Richard measuring and putting lines in place. This is for another design feature, similar to what was started in the master bedroom, but just something on the wall here to make the decoration a little more interesting. In the living room, I'm told we do have one or two more tiles that we could continue in here, but they are going to wait for the delivery of the next batch so they can kind of keep the process a bit more flowing. This is the new area for floor tiling. The entrance hall and then the hallway going off down to the right towards kitchen and other rooms. There was a bit of a change of plan yesterday with the tile design. It's going to be kept a lot more simple now, and you'll see a little bit later on a bit more of what that will look like. This is the balcony for the master bedroom. There's no one here right now. A couple of minutes ago, Herwin, with an H, was up on this platform, skim coating up on the ceiling. And in fact, he's back. Just a quick break. This is Aldrin's bathroom. Mr. Willie working on skim coat up here. Lot to do in this room, it's only just begun. This is the only other activity upstairs at the moment. Ernie still working on painting on these edge pieces for the ceiling. And I will find out at some point today, is that the finished look? Back on the north wall. Back on waterproofing. Singing Rico here. And over here, Donald's about to get up on his perch. Only the two guys, so a little bit slower today, but I still think, given how fast they did yesterday, most of this downstairs, well, no, scratch that. All of this downstairs will be done. I was just on my way back to the house. I couldn't resist, in the glorious morning sunshine, a quick look at this. Wonderful. This is my task for the next however long it takes. Shifting what remains of this compost material over to this bay. Started that on, I think it was Saturday. So I've combined two different piles just to clear some space, and we can start a new one probably in the middle. But it doesn't look like much. Trust me, in this heat, with my fitness, my age, my size, that'll be enough for me for the day. It's just after lunch. We'll start here on the outside. The waterproofing done all the way along the house, upstairs and down here on the north side. Not just on the north side. Singing Rico and just clambering out of a window. Oliver. I've done most of the upstairs on the south wall as well. I'm not sure if it's been just the two of them all day. May have been though. This is the tiling that they're using for the downstairs hallway. So this will go right from the front door. It'll stretch, I've already got it halfway down, but it'll go all the way down this corridor, and then it'll go left up towards the dirty kitchen as well. Upstairs now will be different. Originally, we were going to have a pretty light tile in the center of all of the hallways, and then it'd be kind of a highlight tile, which was going to be this dark brown one. But in an effort to try to match up a little better to what the steps will look like on the stairs, which will be a brown color, we're going to try this. Well, we're not going to try this, we're doing this. So it'll be this darker brown all the way downstairs, and then only a lighter color in the upstairs hallway. In Jack's bathroom, something did go a little bit awry, but easily fixable. The colour, different colours that are going to be used on the edges, so on the horizontal parts up towards the ceiling. A little bit of a misunderstanding apparently within the crew, and the edge where the PVC panel is, the dark brown, this material, the edge of that is going to be dark brown. Above it, in fact, will be white, and you can already see that they've painted over on this kind of second level vertical piece that was previously also painted brown. It's not going to be. The engineer's actually not sure yet. He hasn't heard from the builder what that will be, but it's not supposed to be the dark brown again. So a little bit of an error, but very easy for them to fix it. And while we're here, way over in the rather dark, at the moment, bathroom for Jack, Mr. Herwin, more skim coating. And it's going to be very hard to see, but I did ask the other day, I asked you guys, what was the name of the implement that he's using to add the skim coat? Boy oh boy, did you come through in spades. I've got 7 or 8 different names have come through, including putty knives, broad knives, mud knives, spatulas. Oh, there were so many, and I apologise, I don't remember all of them. However, I will now be using the one supplied by Bob Twid Philippines 101, because, you know, I don't use the proper name for everything or anything. His name for them, Skim Coaterator. So that's what Herwin is using right now, a Skim Coaterator. And I do apologise to everybody in the building trade, because it may be that you do take the names of your tools very seriously. So if I offend anybody with that, please forgive me. But it is Skim Coaterator now. Back in the dining room, Richard, and I'm not sure, maybe Original Rico's been helping, I don't know. Lots of pieces of wood now on the wall for this decorative feature. And if you take a look over here, I'm guessing this is Manny's handiwork. That's the design that they're reproducing now on the wall. It is interesting. I think I'm going to like it. And I like the fact that it's not symmetrical with, you know, one thing right stuck in the middle. I like that. Looking good. In the gym, Mr. Rene is making excellent progress. He's obviously been eating his spinach as well. And he's got most now of the floor area for the gym itself before it kind of goes towards the spa. Most of it's in. Now he's working on the tricky bits around the outside edges. But really motoring here as well. It is very nearly bell ringing time. Before we go inside, As Megawega says, it's that time of day. Yes, Megawega, the man who will forever go down as being the person who instigated joke of the day. And he keeps sending them to me, and they are, with only one exception so far, all about bars. And because I've fallen a bit behind with the volume I've got, I'm going to give you a Megawega special today. 2 for the price of 1. A bishop walks into a bar. Coming through the door, he walks straight to the bar. The barman says, "You can't do that. Bishops can only move diagonally." E flat walks into a bar. Barman says, "Sorry, we don't serve minors." Think about it, think about it. There you go. Right, let's have a look, see what they've been up to. The outside of the south-facing wall for the house, all waterproofed, with the exception of this bit where the gym and spa is. And if we're being pedantic, the posts for the balcony roof over the for the master bedroom. But the rest of it, all done. In the gym, Mr. Rene has got most of this end done now. We're not quite down to the door, and we're not quite done over in the corner. Apart from that, all the tiles are in. And now he's got to start moving down towards where the spa bit is. The hallway tiles now extend very nearly right down to the end. All the tricky edge pieces still to come, but we have a long line of brown tiles. And then, when they've done the edge pieces, either they head down to the front door, or at the end they turn left and continue the same tiles. In the living room, no more tiling done in here. Still waiting for that next delivery. And I was just asking, Momoran, says Sing Enrico. It's probably going to rain, so they're not going to be having a drink this evening. That's been, what, 2 weeks now, I think, they've gone without. In the dining room, there is a way to get there, but I'd have to go for quite a long walk and through a different door, so I'm not going to be bothered. They have done a lot of this design feature that apparently will involve both cove lights and, wait for it, mirrors. Can't wait to see what that all looks like. Hopefully the mirrors are not too big and ostentatious. In Aldrian's room, Mr. Willie has been busy with the skim coat. So now we've got, I don't know if that's 2 layers maybe, on pretty much all of the ceiling surface. In Jack's bedroom, the corrective painting is continuing. So they are bringing everything back to a white colour for now, except for that one vertical edge that goes just above, or from the edge going up on the PVC panels. And then we'll wait and see. What are they going to do with the rest of it? In Jack's bathroom, again, a lot more skim coat in here. I think this one was Mr. Herwin was in this room. So the ceiling is just beginning to look like a ceiling. This is back on the master bedroom balcony where Mr. Herwin was working much earlier in the day. Clearly still a lot more skim coat required here. The ceiling for the master bathroom, I'm not sure if this was today, but there's a few bits and pieces of skim coat in here, but very, very limited so far. And still in the master bedroom, just in case anyone gets a little bit weary, take a seat. After yesterday's attempt to frame the house through the waterfall, which was murder on my knees, I'm taking the simple option. I'm framing, well, rather unattractive pump room or part of it, through the waterfall from this side. That is now the end of the day. The guys are heading out. They're definitely not stopping for a drink. And so today was really, a lot of it was about still waterproofing on the outside. Completed the entire south wall as well as finishing off the north. They've got a lot of progress with tiling in the downstairs hallway. A lot more done in the gym. And then skim coat, skim coat, skim coat, and still some painting, albeit that most of the painting that I think was done today was corrective to take it back to a previous appearance before they are told by the builder what the final appearance should be. It all got a bit confusing. Sorry, I've got to move. I've got some insect on my leg. Never mind. That is it for the day, and like is happening most days at this time of year, quite a few black clouds up in the sky towards the end of the day. It's sometimes a bit of a race between, do they finish at 4:30 before the rain comes, or does the rain come before they finish? Today, they got out in time. Not certain it will rain. I think it's pretty likely we'll see something later on today. That's just the way of it here. We are tropical. I looked it up, whether we were actually tropical or subtropical or even equatorial. But we are what is described as tropical maritime. I didn't look up what the maritime bit meant. But this is what we get for quite a few months of the year. We get still very hot, but a bucket full of rain, which is, most of the time, pretty good for the garden. It's a shame that the earth here is so terrible. So, tomorrow, more tiling, more skim coating, more painting. Don't know if there'll be anything new tomorrow. I'm imagining that it's going to take at least all day tomorrow to finish the tiling in the gym, and I'm sure they will not finish the tiling going down the downstairs hallway. There's still those bits to do in the living room, and then they might be looking at either the kitchen or possibly the sunroom. But to do the sunroom, they've got to get those other tiles in first. So, build delicious? Yeah, 92% build delicious today. Give me your rating in the comments. And by the way, if you're still here, thank you very much for sticking around this long. If you don't mind, hit that like button. It really does help, according to everything you read online. The more likes we get, the more exposure the videos following will get. So please do, if you don't mind, hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, go on, go on. You got nothing to lose. See you tomorrow.